so you inspired that because as instructors, right, we wrestle with the same things that our clients do. And sometimes they put us on a pedestal, like we have it all figured out. We don't. We're looking in the mirror too, thinking,
that is completely inaccurate to say that we have it all figured out.
Should I eat the chocolate today? Whatever it is, for each person, we all have those struggles. And as Brene Brown would say, when you put it out in the open, you take the shame away.
I love Brene Brown. I love her.
Hi, Sunshine Moore here, creator of FitTech. We are the hub for virtual fitness instructors to learn technology and equipment solutions, plus sales and marketing strategies to successfully launch your online businesses. From our mini courses to our signature course, we bring education to you around the world. And when we do that, you go out and serve the world. And that is a mission that we can get behind. We'll meet you where you are ready. Maybe it's a mini course, confidence on camera. Maybe it's a 7-day challenge, how to set up your virtual studio. Or maybe you're ready for the signature course, how to successfully launch your online business, which includes not only all of the tech aspects, but sales and marketing strategies. We aim to build our know, like, and trust factor with you with this podcast. And also in each podcast, there are resources in the notes and ways to connect with us further. Please check the notes, reach out. We are here for you, FitPro. Hey FitPro, Sunshine back here with another awesome episode of the FitTech podcast, where I try very hard to be brief, that you can listen to this in the car on the way to pick up the kids, or you're doing laundry or housework, and also provide you value in the resources. So if I've piqued your interest or your trust, you go check the show notes to get a resource that will be helpful for your business. I stay true to that. It needs to be useful. It needs to be something that you can apply quickly and that is meaningful to grow your business. I am recording this actually ahead of time. I am going on a 5-week excursion to Boston with my daughter, and I want to make sure that a couple of the podcasts the first week or two that I'm there are already set to go, just in case I don't have great access to internet, or she and I are having a blast, or whatever. I'm preparing for the variables. I'm excited to run through all of these things that I came up with about being an entrepreneur that only we understand and that seemingly the rest of the world does not. 7 things that are specific to being a fitness entrepreneur that most people do not understand. Number 1, every song is making the choreography gods go wild in my head. Number 2, this is what I am wearing today and tomorrow. Number 3, I taught, but that's not my workout. I still have to go do that. Number 4, I do not secretly eat pizza. I post that picture right up on the Facebooks proudly. Number 5, you do not have to be a fitness freak like I am. So quit apologizing for the burger you just ate. I don't care. Number 6, my body is generally sore somewhere, but I won't tell you, and you won't know it. I still teach. Number 7, before coming in here, I was crying on the phone, but I won't tell you, and you won't know it, and I will still teach. Hopefully you got a kick out of that and we're nodding your head in agreement. Next, we're going to move into an interview I did with Amanda True, and you'll get even more of a feeling of feeling connected to someone, feeling like someone understands you and gets you. Be sure to check the show notes for a great resource.
My name is Amanda True, and you can find me at The Kinetic Teacher on Instagram.
I know, right? I actually took a shower and did my hair.
I know, I haven't put on makeup in 3 weeks, so.
How you got to where you are today, which you haven't arrived. None of us have. But how did you
Right.
get this far in your progress?
When I got into my 20s, I was exploring different ways to live. And I started kind of down this rabbit hole of nutrition for a while. And that's where I was learning what actually nourishes my body rather than what feeds me in the moment. And that's been a whole separate journey, I think. But that led me into fitness. And I took my first group fitness class when I was pregnant with my oldest, who is now almost 9. I decided this is something that has been so beneficial and amazing for me that I want to give it to other people. And so my first certification was the Rhythmic, the dance fitness. And then from there, I got my AFA certification. And then after that, I did Bar Above, which is fantastic.
Yes.
And I love doing Bar Above. And then I just got my 200-hour yoga teaching certificate last year.
Yeah. You managed a lot with 2 kids and getting 200 hours of cert. Oh, wow. How did you do that? How did you manage
The program, the teacher training program is amazing because the way that they do it is you do it one weekend a month for 9 months
Okay.
instead of it, like it's not intensive. So it's not like 2 weeks. And so you just have to devote one weekend a month for 9 months. And at the end of it, there's a retreat, which was really fun.
And
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, it's about $2,000, right?
Roughly. Yeah. It was somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah.
And was it worth it?
100%. The experience that I took just for me was so incredible. 200 hours is a big devotion.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge. For
Yeah.
those who don't know anything about a yoga certification, what is something that they teach you, not about a move per se, but about you as a person?
There are lots of things, but the first one that pops into my mind is we studied Ayurveda and Ayurvedic body types, which are called doshas.
Uh-huh.
And there are 3 of them. There's the Kapha dosha, the Pitta dosha, and the Vata dosha. And it's essentially, I mean, for lack of a better term, to simplify it way down, it's kind of a personality quiz.
Mhm.
And you find your dosha. And when you work in your life, you should be working towards having all of your doshas be balanced. But typically, people are heavier in one dosha than the other doshas. And it's really interesting to learn that about yourself and to find ways to balance the doshas in your body and to be a little bit more fiery or to be a little bit more light or to be a little bit more earth.
How have you applied your dosha to your life?
Well, I'm a Kapha dosha, and Kapha tends to be this like kind of grounded earth mother sort of vibe, which totally tracks with who I am. The thing that that Kaphas are prone to is sedentary, is being very still because we're so grounded. And so because of that, Kaphas really like to sleep in general. And so there's this, we want to get adequate sleep, but we don't want to get too much sleep because if we get too much sleep, there's no getting up.
Sure. Really cozy.
So, yeah, so that's been something that I've been working on is learning optimal sleep for me and my body, and how to sleep to have energy instead of sleep to sleep forever.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's very important. Great job applying that to yourself.
As always, it's a work in progress.
It always is.
Yes.
I posted a video today because I was stalking you and I was like, oh, this video will be perfect. I had it in the queue for later. I'm like, nope, move that one up. And it was about body image.
Uh-huh.
And so you inspired that because as instructors, right, we wrestle with the same things that our clients do. And sometimes
we
they
do.
put us on a pedestal, like we have it all figured out. We
do
don't.
not. We do not.
We're looking in the mirror too, thinking,
that is completely inaccurate to say that we have it all figured out.
You know, should I eat the chocolate today? Whatever it is,
Right.
you know, for each person, we all have those struggles. And as
Yes.
Brene Brown would say, when you put it out in the open, you take the shame away.
I love
Right?
Brene Brown.
How has it impacted your income?
Well, that's a great
And you don't
question.
have to tell me dollars and cents.
No, that's okay.
Getting paid per class or per person. Woo!
Yeah.
Or if we're losing a class because a fitness center says you're not being profitable, bye. That's our income.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. I had a class before the pandemic at a different gym that I loved, and they just totally stopped doing group fitness. Like they cut their group fitness program when all of this started, and it has not come back. So that was a huge bummer, and a little ding in our finances.
Of course.
And then I didn't teach for money at all during the lockdowns. And so I signed my contract with the community center where I teach in March of 2020. So then I didn't teach until March or April of 2021. So I had to re-sign my contract.
Sure.
So that was crazy. And there are other yoga studios in the area that are charging $25, $30 a class, which is pretty standard. Mm-hmm. But I am very passionate about making my classes very, very accessible, especially at a community center. So I charge $8 a class if you sign up for the whole month, and $10 a class per drop-in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much is the percentage to the community center?
Yeah, they get 30%.
30%.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
I taught at Parks and Rec for a while, and that's the cut that most people got, 70-30.
Yeah. It's been working out nice.
Do you think, I'm going to throw this out there, because you're not the only one that is passionate about fitness and wants to make it accessible to all. Pricing is part of marketing, right? And it's an important part, and we can compete on price.
Yeah.
We can compete by being the lowest price. We can compete by being the highest price and being, hey, you want the primo? You're going to pay the primo, right?
Yeah.
And it's an indicator, in theory, to people that are looking for a class, right?
Yes.
And where is the line? I've asked myself this too. I've taught, from the highest caliber clubs to Parks and Rec. I've taught the gamut to having my own studio. And price is always, well, who do you want to serve is really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You want to serve the person that is willing to pay the premium, because they're going to expect the world. Are you ready to give them the world? If you are, give them the world.
Yeah.
You are ready to provide a great experience. Again, charge the premium, because you've put that time in, and it probably is your full-time income. So we talked about, if it's your full-time income, charge the premium. You need to.
Absolutely.
Demand that your time is worth it. If you're in it for a different reason, which is a lot of us are,
right?
It's your passion, right?
Yes.
You want to make it accessible.
Yes.
I find the challenge with both are, regardless of what they pay, it's hard to get people to commit to anything long-term.
Yes. That is very accurate.
It doesn't matter what they pay.
It does not matter.
They don't mind losing $10. You know what? The people that are paying buco bucks because they can afford it, they also don't care.
You're right.
They also don't care.
That's all very accurate.
What does it say about humans?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I just want to put it out there for those who are saying, well, if you only charge $10 here. No, they don't. If you charge them
Yeah.
200, they don't care.
Right. Well, and
It's not about that.
It's not. And it's one of those things where I realized that I could charge more, but it's also, the facility I'm in, the clientele that I am serving, and and who I want to come to the class, because beginners are much more likely to drop $10 on a class than they are to drop like $40 on a class, and they email
When
it.
you're posting in those groups, what is your approach, right? Because this is another theme that fitness instructors can resonate with. I don't want to sell. I just want to teach. But you have to put yourself out there. So how do you sell without selling?
Oh my gosh. Marketing is 100% my least favorite thing on the planet. And one of my friends talked me into doing an MLM for a minute, and it was just so terrible. I am not a salesperson. I am not salesy. I cannot convince you to buy anything. So that particular piece of fitness instructing is probably my least favorite part. When I put this out on the community pages, I just kind of say, this is what my class is. I love beginners. I love to have people who don't know what they're doing in my class. Please come to my class. I will teach you what to do. Things like that. I try to make it very like, if you're a seasoned yoga person, you can come and get something out of my class, but it's not really for you. This is a beginner class, and this is something for you to try, and a way to build community kind of thing is kind of what I put it out there as, instead of it being
result, right? You're telling them what they're going to get in the experience.
Yes.
But the result, right? We sell the result.
Right.
So you just said it, the community, comfort community.
Yeah.
When I teach sales, when I teach marketing, when I taught it at undergrad.
Yeah, girl.
Thank you. I love it. And my husband always says, come work for me. He's a pre-owned sales manager. Like,
okay.
And his coworkers sell cars for days. I'm like, I would beat the pants off of you. You know why? Because you sell without selling.
Right.
A lot of times when I'm coaching a client, another fitness instructor, I say, what is the outcome? What are they actually going to get?
Right.
Everybody knows what a bicep curl is, right?
Yeah.
Why do you want to do it? Why do you want to do yoga?
Yeah.
When you give them the result that, I'm going to do yoga because it's going to help me breathe. When I breathe better, when I'm having trouble with my 5-year-old because she won't stop asking me questions, I can actually turn to this breath work and breathe and not scream at her and feel like a horrible person. You want to come to my yoga class?
Yeah.
Right? Did I have to sell you?
No, not at all. Pranayama. It's really important.
So when we take away the idea that we have to sell them and replace it with, take that off, with, I'm going to give you this. This is the result you're going to get.
Yeah. This is what you're getting from my class, essentially. Yeah.
So if this is the challenge you have, right? Because we also need to align ourselves with them. What is your challenge? If your challenge is being a beginner, here's the result you're going to get. If that's not your challenge, I'm not your girl. Right? And that's okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
going to put you on the spot. If there was a course, if I taught a course on how to sell without selling, do you think that would be beneficial to instructors?
Yes, I do think that would be beneficial to instructors, and I probably would come because, like I said, this marketing stuff, not my jam.
Although I have to say your schedule, your purple schedule, I'm guessing you made that in Canva.
I did. I love Canva.
I kind of know that because I think I asked you. You did a great job. It's I'm like, here's the schedule each month on her Instagram. It looks great.
Yeah. Never changes, but I post it every month.
Right? And you never know who's seeing it.
Right. Yeah.
So you have a skill set. You just don't know it.
Well, it's been developed and honed by different things that I've done in my life. And it's where it is right now. And it's okay for now.
Yeah.
But I think I would take that course, Sunshine. I really do.
Wink, wink, might be on the way. Again, I want to help, so.
Yeah.
My husband's home right now. I should pull him down here. He is amazing. I'm like, whoa, he just sold me a car. And it wasn't sleazy. I'll tell you one of his tricks, and it's not a trick. It really is him being him. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Pretend you're gonna buy a car from me.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm the manager. I'm not the salesperson. He comes in. I'm Scott Moore, pre-owned sales manager, Suburban Cadillac. Listen, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not here to sell you. What I do want to know and understand is what you're looking for, and if we have that, we'll take care of you.
Right.
Boom.
Perfect.
He disarms them. And he treats me easy. He's like the nicest guy in the world. So much so you're like, how are you so nice? He doesn't want to sell them. He wants to serve them.
Right.
So I was in the shower this morning, I'm like, oh, that's a good punchline.
It is.
Sell by serving,
right,
not by competing or comparing with other people.
Yeah.
Sell by serving.
Yeah.
I was trying to develop this course in my head in the shower. I
love it.
Brilliant thoughts happen.
It's some of the best thinking time is in the shower.
Yeah. That it's so important to know who you serve. Yeah. And when we try and serve everybody, we serve nobody. I'm sure everyone listening has heard that phrase, but it's so true.
It's so true.
Niche, whatever you want to pronounce it, it is so true. So if you're listening to Amanda and I right now, it is important to target who you serve and serve the heck out of them. And it'd be the perfect opportunity to do a podcast with any of the participants in the FitBiz Club, and you can sell it as a bonus that they can come on the podcast and they get free publicity.
Totally.
So if Lauren and Mariah are listening to this, let us do it.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Use your resources, ladies.
Right. Would you, well, again, put you on the spot. Would you recommend they let me do that?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, right?
I do.
I'm going to come down.
Yeah. I think it would be a great perk.
Right?
Yes.
If you were looking at the Arizona list of things that you get, and it's, oh my gosh, you can be on Sunshine's podcast. Wouldn't that great? Yeah. More publicity.
I mean, obviously, I think it's a good idea since I chose to be here today.
Yes. And it goes along with the how to sell without selling. Well, let me do it.
Yeah.
In 5 years, where do you see fitness trending to?
Oh man, that's such a hard question. I don't think that group fitness will go away, because that sense of community, I think, is really important to a lot of people, especially women, to be able to come to a place and do it together. A lot of people need that accountability, things like that. But I also think that the online fitness market has exploded, and there are new and better platforms for it. Mm-hmm. And I can see that being a big way that people do fitness in the future. So, okay, I'm ready.
From a 1 to 5, 5 being the highest and 1 the lowest.
Okay.
How would you rate your experience coming on the podcast?
Oh, it's a 5. Yay. This has been really fun. Thank you for inviting me.
You're so welcome. I'm glad you said fun. I hope it's fun. It's just
it is fun.
A couple of gals having a good conversation.
We're just chatting.
Yes.
I like to chat with my friend Sunshine. Yeah. So it's a good time.
The Kinetic Teacher. So
the Kinetic Teacher, yeah.
You can find Amanda on Instagram, the Kinetic Teacher. Yes. She has the funniest reels. She has one about being a country singer with her hairbrush in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
The funniest thing I've ever seen.
I hate reels.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen, Amanda. I started singing along with you. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, pretty lady, won't you give me a sign?
And you know what you were doing? You were selling without selling. People will love you for silly videos like that. And you weren't selling anything but being real.
Being silly. Yeah.
That's selling without selling. So, cut. All right. So I'm pointing to my phone. I'm going to cut a couple clips of you and I talking.
Okay.
Those clips will just show me, and I'll quickly get some to you. You can post on your social media. I'll tag you. You tag me if you want.
Yeah.
If you don't want to use them, okay. And then this video on the laptop goes to my podcast editor.
Okay.
We'll edit it, and I'm banking a bunch before I release them all because I'm going to release one a week.
Sure.
And I want to have at least 10 edited. Yeah. I have them all, but I want them edited. So
sure.
So of course, let you know when I start releasing them all.
Yeah. This is awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for saying yes. I really appreciate it. This is so much fun. And I'm like, hey, I have Amanda. She wants to talk to me. Great. Is there anything I can do for you?
Not at this moment, I don't think, but I will keep it in the bank that you owe me one.
I do.
I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. You do not owe me anything. Aww. I really appreciated being here, and this was really fun. And I want to start my own podcast too. I want to do a meditations podcast. So this was good practice.
Yes. Well, when you start it, come back. You can do one here.
Okay.
We'll cross promote.
Awesome. Sounds great.
What kind of mic are you listening, or what is that? Is that a mic?
It is a mic.
Wow. What kind of microphone is that?
I don't know. It's the one I chose on Amazon, like right after the FitBiz retreat, when I was like, I'm going to start my YouTube and my podcast, and I'm going to post on social media every single day. And these are all my super unrealistic goals.
We need to break those goals down.
Yes. And I have been breaking them down. It's just one of those, oh, my boss called me. Fun times. I'm trying to look it up for you. That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I don't know that I bought it. My husband might have bought it. Yeah, I think my husband bought it. Can I text it to you what it is?
Yeah,
it's nice because it has a built-in windscreen.
Yes.
So that's why I chose it.
Perfect. And I can hear you clearly.
Oh, good. That's kind of the point, right?
The point, yeah. All right.
What are you producing your podcast with?
I'm gonna put it on Libsyn.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking? Or you mean like GarageBand?
No, yeah, Libsyn. I haven't heard of Libsyn. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Anchor, and that's kind of where I've been looking.
It works. You really can't go wrong.
Okay.
Pick one and just produce it.
Stick with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say I could edit it myself, but when I have everything listed out, and I do, what my time is worth, all the things that need to be done. If hiring a podcast producer is less than what my hourly worth is, I hire out.
Yeah.
So my VA does things that, that I should not be doing. My VA is the one that takes my social media posts, edits my horrible typos, and then uploads them into MeetEdgar, which is the software I use for scheduling.
Yeah.
The reason I use MeetEdgar instead of Facebook Creator Studio is because MeetEdgar will actually come up with a notification on your phone. You hit that notification and you manually post.
Right.
Because the algorithm doesn't like scheduled posts.
Right.
Does it do that? Sure. Does Facebook Creator Studio do that? Sure.
Yeah.
But that way, just an example, my VA does that. Puts it all up in there after she edits my typos. And then it comes up on my phone and all I have to do is post it.
Right.
Could I have her do it? I could.
Right.
I'm giving her passwords to more things than I need to. Could I do that? Yes, I could. But I don't have to. So she doesn't have my password to Instagram, but she has creating all this wonderful content for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing.
Here's the description. Make this look pretty.
Right. Yep.
So, I don't know
Okay.
how I got on that tangent.
That's okay.
Oh, podcast editing. I have a podcast editor.
Right.
He
Yeah.
likes doing it. He geeks out on it. Good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I got to call my boss back.
Yep.
I will talk to you soon. Thanks, Sunshine.
Thank you so much, Amanda.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to check the notes for a resource, a free resource guide to something that you need for your business. The links to connect with us, whether it's Instagram or our website, are there. And then lastly, remember that we teach courses to help you get your business going. Right now, we're pushing the course Confidence on Camera, because before you can even start your business, you need to be able to push play. So check out that course and all of our other courses, like how to successfully launch your studio, in the show notes. Please connect. We'll see you soon.